all possibilities have to be explored if you truly have an open mind and you want to know the truth. That's just the bottom line here. Let me play. This is Matt Bellamy and MUSE being interviewed, I think from about a year or so ago. And they talk about the Illuminati and reptilians. And I want to play that for you and kind of get your comments, because you were opening up your show. Maybe you still do. With the MUSE,
no, not now, no.
With the MUSE song,
it changes all the time.
Okay, with the MUSE song "Uprising," which has very just amazing lyrics, which are seeping into the subconsciousness of Americans as it's being played everywhere, sports stadiums and talk radio. But I want my listeners to hear this, and I want you to hear it, and let's see what kind of interpretation we get. Here it is.
Like, do you guys run into any problems with people thinking that you are sort of aligning yourself with these people who are fighting the New World Order and stuff?
Well, it's the opposite, actually. We're aligning ourselves with the New World Order, and I've managed to get myself involved into that whole scene. I've done a lot of research into it, and the deeper you go, the darker you go, you actually realise you actually are one of them.
Right.
And because you start to learn the mind control tricks that these people use. You know,
of course,
it's very, very straightforward, actually. And,
so how far into the resistance?
So I've actually used those skills in order to help this band become more popular. So, and in the process of doing that, you end up becoming one of those, and so you end up becoming what you hate.
Right.
But actually you have a lot more fun. It's less paranoia, and it's a bit more enjoyable lifestyle.
And you will eventually rule the world, I suppose. towards the end.
Maybe you've chosen to go on the Ark.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Because aren't they sort of, there's conflicting ideas as to when the world's going to end, or the New World Order is going to finally control the world and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, it seems to be a lot of research involved in all of this.
Are you taking this seriously?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Although if you are, there's an Ark, please.
I will if you will. Well, I won't if you won't. Yeah.
Well, let's not talk so much about the Illuminati.
Yeah.
All right, so there you are, David. A lot of doublespeak there. Well, what do you make of all of that? I mean, is this just a way to kind of entertain people and be sarcastic and funny? Are they trying to say anything here? Because a couple of my listeners interpret that as a full-on admission that they're working for the other side.
I don't know what they were getting at there, and I don't really care. I mean, we had a classic mainstream media host, and we had a couple of guys who really don't know what the game is. Matt Bellamy did an interview in which he said he was turned on to this stuff by reading Confessions of an Economic Hitman, and he seems to be operating basically at that level, and it goes much deeper than that. Now, there could be many dynamics going on there. He could be not wanting to come out and say, yes, I actually agree with this, for fear of
reprisal,
ridicule and not loss of face with some people, or he might just be at the level of Confessions of an Economic Hitman. But he did say something very true there, that the methods of manipulation have been used to promote MUSE. They had to be, because they're used to promote all these major bands and these major entertainment people. And in many ways, it is easier in the short term to just accept it and go with it. But, that's just in the moment. That's just in the now. That's just me. I guess, I don't know what his family background is, Matt Bellamy and the guys from MUSE and these other people, but presumably at some point they're going to have children. They haven't already, and they're going to have grandchildren.
Well, he's having children with Kate Hudson, who's ruined a few rock stars in her day and looks a little bit like a monarch model.
Well, you know more about the old rock scene than I do, mate. But what I'm saying is that the children they have now, the children they possibly will have, and the grandchildren they will have, look them in the eye and tell them that it's easier just to go with it and it's more fun, because people. To a large extent, even those that have opened their mind to some of it, it's still a game, it's still an add-on, it's still train spotting or plane spotting, it's still a hobby. But if they really knew the scale, the nature of the world that is designed to be introduced, then if their hair isn't curled, it would curl, and if it is curled, it would uncurl, because they'd go running home crying to their mum if they knew what was really planned. And this is why people like me and you and others have given our lives to try to alert people like I said earlier, if you think it's bad now, if you don't like what's happening now, well, strap in, mate, because multiply it by 1,000% and then multiply it some more by the time we get to 2030, 2050. People have no idea. And this is a big thing, One of the greatest ways that this cabal prosper and control is simply the sense of me, me, me. Does it affect me? What's in it for me? What are the consequences for me? Well, the consequences for me, if I go with it, is I'll be a big star and I make lots of money and people cheer me and I'll be great. And what's the consequences for me of challenging this stuff? Oh, well, it's not so good. It's not so good. So I'm not going to challenge it because what's the best thing for me? Going with it. So we have these people in dark suits administering this thing. We have the bureaucrats, we have the people in uniform, we have all of these people. We have these, I tell you, Jack, we have these celebrities, some of which have actually contacted me, and I met one or two, and they've gone, oh, you're doing a great job, thank you very much. So now, what are you going to do with the massive platform, public platform that you have to communicate this information and make a difference? Answer: silence.
Yeah, I know. I've had the same thing happen. Yeah.
She's in it for me. Oh, I'm glad you're doing it, Dave. I'm glad you're doing it, Jack. But me, if I did it, well, I'd lose this, I'd lose that, and I wouldn't get a big movie anymore. I would lose me contract and all that stuff. All this business. It's me, 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 me. Well, that's fine. But one day, I say to these people, me, me, me is going to knock on your door. And you're going to realize that reality dawns. And you're going to realize the world that by your silence, when you had the opportunity, you have allowed to unfold for the later years of your life and for most of the life of your kids and all the life of your grandkids.